Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Sapir and I am excited to see you here. So if you are not new subscriber, if you're new in my channel or if you've never seen my videos before, welcome. I'd ask you to kindly subscribe. You would love this place, you'd love this space. So this space is where we talk about design, we talk about yarn life, and we also just go deep a little bit into my life to share bits and pieces of day-to-day life, just everything that is exciting. So actually this video is mainly about the small wins that I'd like to highlight that happened in 2021 that in my life that I am excited and grateful to share. Because one thing that I learned in 2021 is that it is important to celebrate the small wins, because you may wait too long for the big wins that you expect to just come and explode. But these small wins, ukizi ignore, then you may not see the value of where you've come from, and by the time you get that big win, you will have lost or missed out on the small other things that have happened, and you will have lost the important pieces. So mainly I learned to celebrate the small wins and every win, even the big wins, but specifically the small wins, because they are the ones that grow into now the big ones. So let's just have a short story, and you can comment down below on the wins that you are celebrating for 2021. We're in 22 week 2. Today is 11th. Yes, today is 11th, and we're already on the second week of 2022, and it is important to look back and see how the year has been, and acknowledge that actually not everything went bad. So personally, I love looking at the positive side of life. I know bad things happen and all, but I don't like to dwell on them. I like to acknowledge they have happened, and now ask myself, where do we go from here? Not dwell there and just feel sorry for yourself and stay there and be miserable. No, I like to acknowledge, yes, this has happened, but ask myself, how can we move forward from here? That's why I personally love celebrating the positives more. Not isikuwa you're always talking about the sad things that have happened in your life, and then you're like, or someone is like asking, nothing good has happened, you just don't want to acknowledge. Sometimes you just don't want to acknowledge because maybe the good things that have happened in your life to you are not big enough to be called good or to be acknowledged. But personally, I love acknowledging everything, no matter how small. So 2021 was an awesome year. Like, hiyo mwaka ilianza kama nimesema tu, we go, we move. Like, despite the challenges, because the previous year I had spent 8 months at home. 8. If you know how long 8 months is. So I came to 2021 with energy, with zeal, and I was like, we are finishing ABC and D this year. And that will lead me to my first point. I wrote them down because they're actually a lot and I didn't want to forget any. So one and the most that really got me was I managed to write my thesis, my research thesis, and I managed to finish school. You guys, if you are an OG, umekuwa hapa tangu tuanze hii YouTube channel, you know that I've been in school for the longest time. I pursued architecture, and it's a course that runs for 6 years, and with Corona it made it now 7. So we were to graduate in November of 2021, but now we are going to graduate in July, hopefully, by God's grace, July in 2022. because we finished school in December last 2021. So that is one of my wins. It's not small, that's not a small win, but it's big. For me it's big. And someone might think finishing school, it's just anything, but trust you me, for a school where tuliingia watu wengi but tulimaliza almost half the number, not half but a huge number left on the way, and also it is just, Mimi, I'm just grateful to finish school because it's something I always wanted to finish and to now start actualizing and start designing buildings and start all those things. By the way, if you've not followed my architecture page, Ogfra Consultancy, I will put it here so that you guys can go and just follow, because good things are coming. And since in this channel we talk about my life, young life and design life, expect more architectural works on design life, because when I start designing buildings for people, or when I continue now doing stuff for clients, I'll be taking you guys through, because I would want you to experience the life of an architect, the life of a designer, so that you can also be part of the journey and growth. Amen. Number 2, the second win is I managed to defend my thesis. So the final year of a student of architecture has actually 4 stages. Number 1 is to write the thesis. You have to do a research thesis, write it down and present it, and then you have to do a programming whatever. So you do a research and then you do programming for the project. Now number 3, you do the project and pin it up. Number 4, you have to defend the thesis plus the project, because the project is a birth or a baby of the thesis. So you researched that this is a problem that I've identified and this is how I'm going to solve it, and then you solve it on the project. After solving it on the project, now you present it to your tutors and the internal examiners and the external examiners and defend it. So it's like a war, because they ask you questions, you have to answer them. Vitu kama hizo. So defending my thesis, I managed to defend my thesis. Number 3, I managed to grow my business more alongside studies. So previously I had a very hard time balancing school and business. So if we had, for example, a marking or something happening in school, it will be very difficult for me to knit at the same time. One would suffer or one would nini. But last year I managed to actually even knit during school sessions. I managed to make delivery during school sessions. Even we had an internals on Monday, and this weekend I was going for a wedding. Like 2021, I was able to just balance stuff. I wasn't able to, like, my timing and how I planned my work schedule was just, it wasn't perfect, but I managed to do a lot at the same time. So I didn't have to tell a client, no, I can't do this because of Nini, until the final month now, when I closed for Christmas and told guys we will make orders in January. It's important to have time for yourself, by the way. And then I got interviewed by Fiber Chats. Oh my god. Fiber Chats is a yarn YouTube channel that was started by Irina Shah. Hi Irina. So I'm going to put her photo here, and I'm going to put the link to the channel on the description below, so that you can be able to go check out the video and follow her on Instagram at Irina Shah. She is a beautiful knitter. She is awesome. So she asked me if she could interview me, and I was like, sure, why not? So we did the interview. It was fun, it was awesome, and she has interviewed other great knitters. So that is a win that I am going to celebrate. I celebrated in 2021, and I'm still celebrating now. Then I got featured by African Girl Foundation. Yeah, that one is also awesome. I got contacted by I'm going to put her handle also on the description, and I'm going to put the link also of her website, Maureen's shop. Yes, Maureen's shop. Maureen contacted me, and then I got to take over the channel for an hour, I guess, and then I just had a talk on, you know, girls and what is it called, and menstrual health, and it was awesome. It was beautiful. It's beautiful to have a chance to, you know, talk to them. And actually I said I'm going to give a percentage of the orders that are made from October. Was it October or September that I did that interview? And October I closed for the holidays until January. So guys, make orders so that 10% go to African Girl Foundation. Yes, make those orders. So that girls get always girls get pads, and the girls are able to, you know, not lack such basic needs. Yes, so that was a win. Won a Downy hamper. Yes, I won a Downy hamper, and there's a video for unboxing of that hamper specifically, so I'm linking it up here. That was a win. I just took up this challenge. There was a challenge happening, and I was like, why not, and I did the challenge, and I won a hamper. It was delivered right here, and yeah, that was a win. And then I won yarn from 2 IG giveaways. I have a video of unboxing the yarn that I won, so I'm putting it up here so that you can just see for yourself. I was super excited, and that was another win. Alafu did a birthday shoot. So guys, I had never done a birthday shoot before, ever. And actually this one was also not like a birthday shoot, because I did it after my birthday. So I talked to my friend Peter. I've mentioned him before. He's modeled for me sometime. So he is a great photographer. His concept is, yani, he's just a genius. So follow him, guys. Follow him. Go check out the awesome things that he does. So he did awesome photos, and I'm just happy. I'll put the photos here, some photos here, the raw photos here. And then I started a kitchen garden. That is also a win, guys. Nilianzia kitchen garden. I've planted, okay, I planted. Now since I was home, there's nothing much I've done in the kitchen because nilirudi jana, but I have thyme, I have parsley, I have what is it called, basil, I have rosemary, I have mint, and then I have pumpkin leaves, and I have nderema. If you know the mboga that's called nderema, it's a climber. And then I have flowers. I have money plant, I have snake plant, I have monstera deliciosa, aka the IG plant, and then I have money plant. You see, that's a baby money plant that I transplanted. And then I have the snake plant right there at the corner. That's the mother of them all. I actually bought one that had 5 shoots. Then I separated them into like four different plants. This was the mother plant, so imemea, like you can see, it has new shoots. Yes, I have others in other parts of the house. And then speaking of plants, I managed to just take care of the plants na hazikukufa. That is a win, because it was my first time doing plants. So I know, yes, I come from a home where kuna plants everywhere, but I had never like done them in pots, because at home we plant flowers on the ground and we just leave them there. We don't water them or anything, because mvua ikinyesha takes care of them. But now you have to be intentional in this type, because they'll die if you don't water them. So that's another win. my plants made their way to 2022, though there's one that died. But that one's because in December and January, where in this November and December I was too busy. I wasn't even looking at some plants. But anyway, the next win that I wanted to talk about was I started a self-care routine. Wapi vigelegele, wapi vigelegele. I realized that giving, like, and making sure that taking care of yourself is part and parcel of your day-to-day routine. It makes your life easier. It makes your, yani, you're not fatigued kila saa, you're not just there. It gives you some kind of, you know, strength, some kind of, you know, energy, some kind of glow. I'm telling you guys, because so let me just air out a few tips. I'll put up a self-care video that I did before, where I was doing my face, I was doing my hair, I was doing the videos that I think you need to check out on this specific point. So I told myself every time I go to town, I'll get myself a bouquet of flowers. So since I live outside in the outskirts of town, I don't go to town very often. So I would go maybe once in 2 weeks or once in a month, when maybe I'm going to buy yarn for a client, or when I'm just going to buy yarn, or I'm going to do errands, deliveries. So I told myself every time I go to town, I'll get myself bouquets of flowers, and I have done that several times. Number 2, I told myself that at least twice a week I will be doing myself a foot bath. So a foot soak or a foot bath is not something, it's not something very big. You just get some water, warm the water, and then take a trough or a pail, put the water in the bucket or basin, and then put some nice smelling shower gel. Excuse me. A nice smelling shower gel or something that's just, you know. Then after that, you soak your feet in there. So usually I do that when I'm knitting and I'm watching a movie and I'm lighting a candle or two here and there, and it just makes the space look nice. You know, you get like a moment. If you just do that for 30 minutes or 1 hour in a week, you feel better. And I told myself that I will like treat myself. Once in a while when I go to town or I go somewhere, I will just go buy myself some nice cappuccino, nice meal, and nice, like, it doesn't have to be expensive. Like for me, I tell myself every time I go to town, I'll spare 218 bob for that for me cappuccino. For me, like, mpaka imechorwa heart, imechorwa something nice. So you don't have to like go to Hilton Hotel or Kempinski to buy yourself a meal worth how much, no? You just go to a hotel that has a nice view. So unaitisha cappuccino yako hapo with your phone, watching YouTube videos, and you're viewing people walking in the city. For me, that is self-care and self-love, because you're treating yourself outside the normal that you would, you see. Or sometimes you just cook yourself something nice. So sometimes when I'm alone in the house, when my brother is not around most of the time, I usually do a candlelit dinner for myself. So whatever it is that I'm cooking, I will just add on a candle and switch off the lights, and I'll serve the meal, put a table mat, you know, do those things that you usually don't do all the days, and then just sit there and watch a movie and eat. So that is just for you. So the wins that I'm celebrating is because I learned. Of course I loved myself and all, but I didn't show the affection practically to myself. But now I knew that you can actually do that. Na ukifanya hivyo, like, you will have set the standards of how you want to be treated or what you like. So yeah, those are the wins, or the small and big wins of 2021, and I'm so grateful. Comment down below on yours, and thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe.